What PM Modi's FiveNation tour achieved: global South ties and countering China. Finepoint: a shared theme among these countries is their desire to counterbalance China, and in doing so, they find comfort in partnering with India, a nation that doesn't trigger concerns about debt traps, exploitation, or coercive diplomacy. It's that reputational dividend that is driving the wave of historic state honors, deepening economic and strategic ties, and rallying support to India against terror. The most recent of Modi's visits was to Namibia. Modi's arrival in Namibia marked the first visit by an Indian PM in nearly 30 years. PM Modi was received with a ceremonial welcome and a 21-gun salute. The Prime Minister was honored with Namibia's highest civilian honor, again a historic moment. Remember the 8 cheetahs that were translocated to India? Well, they were from the deserts of Namibia. Of course, it's not about cheetahs this time. It's about development, democracy, and diamonds. Namibia is one of the world's largest diamond producers, and India has the largest diamond polishing industry, that too in my home state, Gujarat. I am confident that in the coming times our partnership will also shine like these diamonds. PM Modi. PM Modi was also conferred pic.twitter.com Wisco SX9 Friday Vikrant Vix Peaks 1 July 9, 2025. A stable democracy in Africa, Namibia is a powerhouse of untapped natural wealth: marine diamonds, uranium, cobalt, lithium, rare earths, all of which India is interested in. These are the new currency of global diplomacy. And India wants direct access to Namibian diamonds bypassing the expensive hubs like London and Antwerp. Indian companies have already invested 800 million in Namibia's mining sector. The visit was aimed at scaling that further. As per Maya, we see Namibia as more than just a supplier. And rightly so. This is a strategic relationship, not a transactional one. Namibia could become central to India's supply chain for critical minerals, helping reduce reliance on China. For a country eyeing electric vehicles, solar panels, and semiconductor sovereignty, a partnership with Namibia makes sense. PM Modi kick-started this 8-day tour with his visit to Ghana, a first by an Indian PM in 3 decades, was heavy with symbolism and substance. He was received by the Ghanaian president at the airport and welcomed with chants of Hare Rama Hare Krishna. The Indian Prime Minister received the country's highest civilian award, the Order of the Star. This was a diplomatic handshake rooted in shared democratic values, a hunger for growth and a shared concern about terrorism. With a record of peaceful transfers of power, Ghana is an oasis of democracy and stability in a region fraught with coups and conflicts. It makes a natural African partner for India. Ghana, Africa's largest gold producer, is now becoming central to India's ambitions thanks to its lithium reserves. PM Modi made it clear India is here to partner, not plunder. Deals were signed across fintech, defense, and culture. A notable highlight: Ghana's agreement to adopt India's UPI within 6 months. Digital diplomacy in action. There were security concerns too. Ghana, bordering the increasingly unstable Sahel region with terrorism-stricken Burkina Faso to its north, is facing the threat of jihadi extremism. India has stepped up, offering defense cooperation, training, and cybersecurity assistance. In return, President John Mahama stood firmly with India, even condemning the Pahalgam terror attack. Ghana also supports India's bid for UNSC reform. Indian companies have already invested close to $2 billion across nearly 900 projects, and now both nations have set an ambitious goal to double bilateral trade over the next 5 years. As PM Modi put it, India is not just a partner but a co-traveler in Ghana's journey of nation building. In the Caribbean, it was emotion and history that took center stage. Trinidad and Tobago, home to a large Indian diaspora, 42% of its population, rolled out a uniquely personal welcome. This was the first visit by an Indian PM to TT since 1999. But this wasn't the first time Narendra Modi was setting foot here. In 2000, he attended the World Hindu Conference in the Caribbean nation. As he landed in Port of Spain, Bhojpuri songs filled the air. Prime Minister Kamla Persad Bissessar, was dressed in traditional Indian attire. Having roots in Buxar, she was hailed by PM Modi as Bihar Ki Beti. Like her ancestors, like the hundreds of thousands of other Indians were shipped to the other side of the world to Caribbean lands in 1845 as indentured laborers by the British. Since then, TT became their home. But this diaspora has not forgotten its roots. But it wasn't all nostalgia. TT showered its love for India on PM Modi as he was conferred with the highest civilian award of the country, the Order of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. This was a rare and telling gesture. No global head of state before him, neither American presidents nor Commonwealth dignitary has been bestowed with this recognition. It was a powerful gesture underscoring India's special place in the hearts of the Caribbean nation. The symbolism extended to the very architecture of democracy. PM Modi addressed a joint sitting of Trinidad and Tobago's parliament, standing beneath a speaker's chair gifted by India in 1968. The chair still bears the inscription "From the people of India to the people of Trinidad and Tobago." Beyond honors, the visit was future-facing. Trinidad became the first Caribbean nation to adopt UPI. Both sides agreed to strengthen digital and cultural cooperation. And with that, the Prime Minister turned to Argentina. Argentina, land of Messi and Maradona, and now libertarian President Javier Milei, saw its first Indian prime ministerial bilateral visit in 57 years. But it couldn't have come at a more opportune time. Argentina is a key player in the global race for critical minerals like lithium and copper, and India is pivoting hard towards clean energy and tech self-sufficiency. With the world's second largest shale gas and fourth largest shale oil reserves, Argentina also offers energy solutions that India is actively scouting. The two countries set the stage for deeper economic integration, especially in energy, mining, and pharmaceuticals. Indian generic medicine manufacturers are likely to make inroads, offering Argentine citizens more affordable healthcare options. India also showcased UPI as a stable financial model, a timely offering for an economy battling inflation and instability. Milei, by all accounts, was intrigued. This marks the beginning of a promising relationship with key player in South America. After attending the BRICS summit in Rio, PM Modi headed to Brasilia for a full-fledged state visit. Brazil rolled out the red carpet. Modi was conferred the Grand Collar of the National Order of the Southern Cross, Brazil's highest civilian honor. The two countries set an ambitious goal, doubling bilateral trade to $20 billion in 5 years. Brazil is the largest diversified economy in South America, with the 7th largest GDP in the world. As a critical supplier of crude oil, rare earths, and other minerals, with substantial production capacity, Brazil becomes an important partner for India. It is a key mover in global South politics alongside India, and does it with grace, professionalism, and honor, all while balancing giants like China and the US. This strategic partnership has tremendous potential. Brazil is reportedly eyeing Indian defense systems like the Akash air defense and BrahMos missiles. The interest follows India's recent defense display during Operation Sindoor. There was also a clear alignment of views against terror, zero tolerance on terrorism, and no double standards. With their personal camaraderie, PM Modi and President Lula are a formidable duo worth betting on at global forums. Across continents, the themes of PM Modi's tour were strikingly consistent: critical minerals, digital public infrastructure, led by UPI, defense cooperation, and counter-terrorism, pharmaceuticals, Diaspora Connect, and state honors, showing India's rising prestige. Swipe left for next video. But perhaps most important was the underlying message: India is offering the global South an alternative. One not rooted in debt traps as often seen with China's Belt and Road, nor colored by colonial baggage as with many Western powers, but in mutual growth, democratic values, and mutual respect. From the Sahel to the Southern Cross, India's foreign policy is proactive, purposeful, and deeply personal. And as the global South looks for allies in a polarist world, New Delhi is fast becoming the partner of choice. Latest blogs.